This is gonna be the last example, okay? And then we're gonna wrap it up go call it a day, all right? My life is a lot better now after I had my accident than it was before I had my accident. Because I'm teaching, I'm in school. I wasn't in school when I was working.
Mr. Williams, doing big things.
Oh, thank you. My name is Lonnie Williams. I'm a substitute teacher here at Cesar Chavez High School in Detroit, Michigan. I have an interesting story. I'm a survivor of a nearly fatal accident back in 2008 in November. It was my first day on the job. I was driving a tanker truck, hauling salt water.
He was with somebody that was driving along with him, kind of showing him the routes, and they just took a curve too fast and he rolled the truck over. The coworker was ejected from the vehicle, but Lonnie was trapped inside.
I thought I was going to die. The first thing I thought was my son. I never want to see my son again. I had surgery immediately following getting there. They put a titanium plate in my neck. The damage that I sustained was I bruised my C4, C5 vertebrae, so it's kind of like up here in this region. And so they put a titanium plate in my neck to kind of help support, the bruised spine so that it can heal properly.
At the time, he was considered an incomplete quadriplegic because the injury, the cervical cord injury, affected the movement in his hands and legs. He had a long road ahead of him. He needed to do a lot of rehab.
My mom told me that the doctor said more likely I wasn't going to be able to walk again. They never told me that. I never asked because I just kept praying.
Texas Mutual takes care of people, whether they're a one-day employee or a 20-year employee. We take care of the injured workers when they sustain a compensable injury. I first called Lonnie and introduced myself and tried to make him feel comfortable that we are there to take care of him through this process. This was a very significant injury for a very young person to go through.
It was very challenging. It was very scary at the same time too, because things that we take for granted I had to learn how to do again. I had to learn how to eat again because I ate with my left hand, so I had to learn how to do it with my right hand, tie my shoes.
When I learned when Lonnie was walking again, that was great. It was great news, and Lonnie always called me about everything, so I could tell that he was very excited about this.
Since I was getting workman compensation from Texas Mutual Insurance Company, it gave me the freedom and flexibility to be able to try different avenues. So since I was getting a paycheck while I was recovering, I had time to go to school and not worry about going to work after school, so I was able to devote more time to studying. And I graduated with a 3.6 cumulative GPA from Henry Ford Community College. Anybody, you see how we got that? Any questions? All right, you all try to do number 20, okay? I was so happy. The same happiness and excitement that I felt when I started walking again, when I took that first step, was the exact same way I felt when he hired me on here.
He taught me to never give up. Everything is possible, everything can be won or lost, but everything can be gained again. Because impossible just says, I'm possible. So I believe that he was saying that again and again because people were telling him he couldn't walk.
I could tell you for a fact that I would not be walking if it wasn't for the benefit, the financial benefit and the health benefit that Texas Mutual allowed me to have.
Lonnie had a great outlook, and I believe that's what took him to where he is today. He's a great example. Texas Mutual is in it for the long haul. Lonnie has lifetime medical benefits as it relates to his injury. So later on down the line, if he needs some additional medical treatment for his injury, physical therapy, replacement of his braces, Texas Mutual will cover that.
Let's look at number 19. Somebody asked about, are we going to find the domain? We're going to work on that tomorrow. Being not able to work because whatever impairments that you may have, or not being able to find a job because you may not be able to physically do a certain task, and then getting hired on to do something that you really love. I love helping people. I love helping the children here at the school. So it was like a dream come true. I always tell people I work at the greatest place in the world.